This is a two-person channel and some opinions are offensive. Some opinions will not only apply to the idols but the fans as well, so if this doesn't apply to you, don't be getting mad in the comments. This video was not made to hate on any of the Kpop groups mentioned. Both creators support the group mentioned in this video. As mentioned before, this is a channel run by two people and naturally we may not agree on the same thing. To keep confusion, there will be stars to appear on the sides of the opinions that are one-sided. If you didn't click off within the first 2 seconds, comment down your opinions. We'd love to hear them. Since that's out of the way, let's begin. This is a problem in K-pop a lot. Someone could be like, oh, I don't stan the group but I think so and so is gorgeous and a good dancer, and get attacked. Like, as long as you don't put the others down, it's fine. Nothing's wrong with only finding one member attractive. We understand people getting mad when people say they stan a group when in reality they only stan one or two members. But assuming every solo stan is bad is just like someone looking at a toxic person in your fandom and saying the whole fandom is like that. We both like Rose, Jisoo and Lisa of Blackpink, but we don't really like Jennie. We can already hear the angry blinks now, but we're gonna keep going anyway. Her lazy dancing scandal made no sense. Plus her fans always defended her, saying she's depressed or she has something personal going on, like, excuse me, but you're not her therapist. Stop diagnosing her. We don't hate her or anything. You could be thinking, why don't we just solo stan, since in our last opinion we said solo standing isn't bad. You're probably not, but we're gonna go on anyway. They barely get any comebacks, and when they do, their songs are average if not under average. Like, imagine if you wait over a year for a song from your faves and it's just like the last one. Plus we have had a lot of toxic blink encounters that aggravates to no end. Also including blinks that say they're mistreated and are underrated. There's a difference between mistreatment and mismanagement, and some of you need to learn it. And I don't think 1 billion views is underrated, but whatever. Okay, I will say, BTS did pave the way for K-pop in America, but for K-pop in South Korea? No, Susan, they didn't. I personally think groups like Big Bang, SNSD or Super Junior paved the way. When many of the biggest K-pop groups are asked who their inspiration is, they're most likely going to say one of those groups. We seen this post talking about Taeyong's bullying scandal, and in the comments, there were people saying things like this was in the past, move on, or it wasn't that serious. So we commented, this is a reality check that your oppas aren't perfect, and 2 seconds later this 10-year-old popped up in one of our DMs asking if I talked bad about Taeyong. She went on and said he was such an amazing person and how he would never do that on purpose. Also, with ATEEZ's new comeback pictures, Hongjoon had cornrows, which is a form of cultural appropriation. There were fans getting mad at African Americans that were actually affected and saying ignorant things like, why are you not glad he's using your culture, or you guys get mad at everything now since Black Lives Matter started. First off, Susan, Black Lives Matter has been alive for 4 years, and I won't get into that because this opinion is kind of long. I know their company gave a sincere apology in that it'll cost too much to redo the photoshoot, but all we're asking is if you can remain respectful towards people who are affected instead of asking them are they happy now when an apology is issued. We're not saying to attack them with death threats, just hold them accountable. If you are not your idol's close friend or family member, stop pretending you know everything about them. Like with Wendy's racial scandal, her fans said things like, if you knew her personally you'd know that she's not like this or she's not racist in real life. And how do you know that? I don't really have much to say about this, but I've seen too many things about them doing cultural appropriation and being racist. And before you type a 40-sentence long paragraph, know the difference between dislike and hate. I don't spread bad things about them on social media. I just don't care for them. I actually enjoyed Oh My God and Lion, but I could never see myself actually standing them. The concept of grown men and women acting like cute babies is just weird and cringe. We get that it's a part of Korean culture, but it's just a little uncomfortable to watch. No hate towards the idols that do it. Sometimes when antis want to bash successful groups, their argument is that the group's vocal line is weak, or the group's dancing is boring, or the group can't rap. Or even when they put others down to put up their faith, they say so and so is more talented than such and such, so they should be getting that success. It's not all about who can hit the highest notes or who's a rap god. If you put out good music that people will enjoy, success is gonna come out of it. It doesn't matter who is more talented, it's about if people like what you're putting out. Let's use Blackpink as an example. They do not have the strongest vocals, and to be honest their dances are very boring. But everyone and their mothers liked D4 and that's what gave them popularity. Are they the most talented? Absolutely not. But are they still successful? Yes. Yes they are. If a group or idol is an excellent singer but doesn't have as much success as BTS or Twice, doesn't automatically mean they're underrated. Music isn't just about vocals or raps. It's also about what gets people hooked and how well it flows. We both prefer Candy over Yummy, even though Yummy is a bop, but those songs remind us of each other. Maybe it's the flow and the concept. We find shipping interesting and our favorite ship is V-Min. A lot of people ship Min because they spend a lot of time together. But if two different idols make eye contact from a 1,000-mile difference and you assume they're married, that's a little weird. Or if Min shippers see Jungkook and V together and start attacking JK, like shipping is just joke, stop taking it seriously. I'm a very hard stan, and for that exact reasons, I prefer harder concepts over soft ones, lol. It's just cringy to watch them break their backs and call it twerking. Of course there are some exceptions like Jessie, but seriously. I saw this one video talking about Lisa quote unquote twerking and saying how dare you attack someone because of their body type, it's skinny shaming. Mom, nobody said she needs to gain weight or anything like that. It's just something that's cringeworthy. SM birthed some of the most successful groups. TVXQ, Super Junior, SNSD, SHINee, EXO, NCT and Red Velvet are iconic, and we can't make this up. These groups have really good dancers and singers and some of the most talented people in Kpop. Literally, what does this prove? People literally sold out chocolate milk that Jungkook was drinking on Amazon. Somebody help cause her confused. Who even buys chocolate milk off Amazon? I understand if it was sponsored or something, but literally, do you feel closer to your idols because you have the same chapstick? This may sound biased, but who cares? The rap line writes with they rap. People say that writing your own raps don't matter, but we disagree. Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. Rappers who don't write their own raps are missing the poetry part. We're not saying rappers who don't write their own raps aren't talented, but you shouldn't really compare. But if we had to choose another group, we definitely choose 3 Ratcha from Stray Kids. We have seen a lot of songs and the raps are just chef's kiss. Those boys are talented and they write their own raps. 16. When we say favorite, we mean out of NCT. Mark is the only one in all 3 subunits including Superm. He gets a lot of screen time and he's center in a lot of choreographies. We also feel like he's being overworked. He's only like 20. When does he get time to rest? That's just our opinion. And we don't mean favorite as in he's SM Whittle baby. Favorite as in favorite money making robots that he can overwork. It's very sad. We love you, Mark. Armies, before you pee yourselves and report, we never said he was bad. The reason we think this is probably because he gets all the high notes in songs. But his vocals are that stable and sometimes he sounds like he's screaming bloody murder into the mic when he sings. And I only blame Big Hit. The rest of the members trained for a long time, meanwhile Jimin only trained for 3 months. Again, we aren't saying he's bad. We both actually love his voice, but someone has to be the worst. Boy With Love wasn't their best title track. It got old quick, but they will still perform it because of how much locals love it. The fact that Halsey was in it just made it more unlikable. But for award shows, I think they should perform songs like Dionysus or Boy in Love, since those songs are more powerful and will really leave locals shocked. It's annoying when people are trying to enjoy a song and have to sit there and wait for the 45-second dance break to be over. But of course people would disagree. We appreciate when idols have multiple versions of a song for people who like it and for people who don't. Rappers shouldn't get lines that are for singers when there are singers who don't get lines in the group. It makes no sense to use a rapper who is specialized and trained in rapping to sing when a singer who is specialized and trained in singing to not sing. For example, in ATEEZ they give leader Hongjoong singer lines when he is rapper, meanwhile Ye Sang and Woo Young get scraps. Another example is in D4 when Jennie gets a verse and a half and Lisa gets half. There are so many more examples like this and it's just unfair. If you made it this far without reporting, congratulations. Please keep in mind that these are our opinions that not everyone is supposed to agree with. Comment down your opinions and tell us which ones you agree with. Also, if you disagree, that's cool too. We still would like to know what you think. Like it said in the disclaimer, please fight the urge to tell us we're uneducated or our opinions are trash, cause we'll probably just laugh at them. This is our first YouTube video and I stayed up until 5 AM editing. Sorry if the quality was bad, I made it on iMovie LOL. Thank you for watching and please subscribe, I'm kinda desperate.